Let's start with Twitter. Twitter is used for short status and observations. Very short. These are shared between friends, acquaintances, and strangers. People and brands or companies look very much the same. Everything is a stream, and replies are all added to the stream. Everything you do is added to the stream. Think of taking a little Post-it note, folding it into an origami sailboat, and dropping it into a stream. There it goes. It's gone. In Twitter, you can have connections, called following. You can follow by reading something somebody else posts. They don't have to reciprocate, they don't have to approve, and it doesn't matter whether it's a person or BAPT or U.S. Airlines. Posts are very short, 140 characters maximum. This starts from the days when Twitter began, when they were doing SMS. SMS is 168 characters, so with a little envelope for who sent it and the date, you have 140 left. You can do status, you can do observations. Twitter's very good for poetry, and there's a lot of haiku. You can have one-to-one conversations. They're a little odd. Again, there's no editing after posting. Once you've dropped your little sailboat into the stream, it's gone. And your privacy level is set globally. You can be public or private. I recommend public because if you're going to be private, why are you online? Twitter has a whole bunch of features, and you've probably heard of some of these. You can reply to something, you can make it a favorite, which means it's saved and you can come back and look at your favorites later. You can do something called retweeting, which is also sharing something that someone else posted. You can message back and forth to people. You can post images. You can add links at any time, and these don't take up your 140 characters particularly, because all links are automatically shortened to 23 characters, no more. If you put an @ sign in front of a name, like @SFBapt, it will automatically be linked to that account. And hashtags are keywords. If you put a sharp sign like this, or a hash sign, whatever you want to call it, in front of something, it'll automatically link to a search page. Here's a sample of a page with some Twitter features. You'll notice that they used a hashtag for sharp communication, or hash communication. Another hashtag here for MBTI. They're talking about another account called Tech Validate. Here's a link, and it's only 23 characters long. Down here are things you can do. You can click this little arrow to reply, this funny little double arrow to retweet or share. You can make something a favorite by clicking the star, and there's some more things under More. And there we are. Here's a Twitter sample homepage. This is my sample homepage, and there's all sorts of stuff going on here. You can push this to get a tweet. You can see what's happening lately. As tweets are added to the stream, you'll notice a little box up here that says more have happened, but they won't show up until you click that, so nothing just happens. You can see how many you've ever posted. You can see how many people you're following. You can go look at notifications and find out how many people have messaged you. There's just so many things you can do. Here's a sample of the Twitter BAPT page. We call it SF-BAPT because BAPT was already taken. So if you ever want to go find us, we are SF-BAAPT, not just BAAPT. And here we are over there on actual Twitter. And we're posting various things, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so how do tweets come from BAPT? We do something called retweeting. Our Twitter feed retweets from everybody we follow based on keywords. And every so often, about once a week or so, a little message like this will pop up that says contributed tweets are delivered by Round Team. This is the small advertisement that we provide for the Round Team people to avoid having to actually pay any money. This is because we're using their free version. So we follow a bunch of people. We follow 92 people, and 58 people follow us, and that we don't follow back. And anytime somebody that we follow tweets something with the sharp MBTI in it, or the string psychological type, or the string personality type, we'll share that back out. So think about our BAPT Twitter feed as a news aggregator. You can learn all sorts of things about MBTI, psychological type, or personality type by simply following us. Also, if anybody who is following us tweets to at SFBAPT, you will get that sent back out too. In Twitter, you can look for people who have shared interests, so you can decide who to follow. And in all of these, I look for shared interests. I use the keyword psychological type or MBTI, and you'll notice that a lot of people talk about the MBTI or talk about psychological type. Of course, you can look for other keywords for your shared interests. I just happen to pick these. So, go and sign up for Twitter.